Hello friends, in this part 6 of database connectivity, we will learn how to write queries in service-based database and display the results in data grid view. So we'll continue with the project which we are doing. So we have one CLG named database here. We have three tables, course, marks and student, and I have designed one form here and I put some buttons onto this form. This time there is no coding. You can see here there's no coding. I simply did the designing here. So I added some buttons. The purpose of the button is I want when I click on a student list, the student details should be shown to me here inside the data grid view. Similarly, I want when I click on this student course details, then the student along with the course details should be shown to me, like student ID, course title, internal marks, external marks. Search by ID button I have kept here because I want to show the details based on their student ID. So let's see how to achieve this thing. Now for the student list, we want to see the student details only. So we just go to data source, and in the data source we have the table. We can simply use this table to get the output. But in the student course details, we are actually referring to the two tables. So we have to generate the query for this. That we will see how to generate the query. But for the student list, we directly use this student table. So go to data source, go to student, select data grid view, and you can drag and drop this on your form. So here we can see that the data grid view is shown to us along with the field's name. We can see here that in the student table, if you see the structure of this student table, so we have you can see we have student ID, name, birth date and gender. These are the four fields in this table. Also let us have a look on the data of this table. So we have two records here with student ID 11 and 22. Okay, we'll close this. So now we'll run this, and we can see that student details is so no records here. Let us check the code. Why it is not reflecting? We'll see it here, and again we will run this, and you can see here that it's showing. So we have the two records with student ID 11 and student ID 22. Now we will write the code for student course detail. So on clicking this, I want to see the student ID along with the course details. So we need to write the query for this. How to do it? Go to the data set, double click on it, and here in this area right click on here and go to add, select table adapter. You will get this wizard. Go to next, use SQL statement, they should be selected, next, and then here you will find this query builder. So on selecting the query builder, it will show you all the tables. Now based on our requirement, we have to check which tables we need in our query to get the desired output. So our query is to get the student ID, the marks details. So I need here the course table and the marks table. So I will add the course table and I will also add the mark table. So I need to see in my output the course student ID. I want to see the internal marks. I want to see external marks along with the course title. So the query is ready automatically here. Click OK, then click on next, and that's it, finish. So this the query is generated. You can also rename this query. The default name is data table 1. We can rename this query. So we can rename this as student course detail. Right click on it, go to rename, and we can rename this as student course details. Now you can see here in the data source, this query is visible to you. Along with the table names, you can see the query. Now this query is acting as a table, and we will use this to display the values in our data grid. So now just close this. It will ask you to save the changes. Click on yes. Now we will go to the data source here, and we want that this should be visible here. So you click here and you select data grid view, and likewise you can drag and drop it here on your form, and you can see all the fields: student ID, course title, internal marks, external marks is visible to you. So just will run this and see the result. Now you can see here that this grid view is showing you the results. We have the student ID 11, the marks, internal marks is shown to you, external marks, and the course title. So we are able to fetch the records and able to display it in a data grid view. But still there is no role of clicking on these buttons. So now we will make it, we will design it more appropriately, so it will give the result what actually we desired. We want that when I click on this button, it should show this button. When I click on this button, it should show this details. So what we do is, if you see here, the name of this is student data grid view, and the name of this is student course details data grid view. So what we do is, when we run this form, we will make both the data grid view invisible, but while clicking on these buttons, it should be visible to you. So let's do it. On the form load, we will write, now see, remember the name of this is the student data grid view, and this is the student course details data grid view. So go to the form load, and here we write student course details data grid view dot visible is equals to false. Similarly, student data grid view dot visible equal false. Similarly, when we click on this button, then only the particular corresponding, for this we want this data grid view, then this should be visible, and this we want to keep it as a false. Similarly for here also, we want to see this data grid view and this to be kept as a false. So what we do in this click, or what we do is, we will simply copy this grid view code and we will, for the student list, click here and paste it here, and we want here the student grid view should be visible and the other should be remain as false. This is true here, and again I'll go to this here, double click, we got this area, paste it here, and here we want that student grid view remain to be false, but this should be visible. Now we'll see the effect. So here when you run this, there is nothing. When you click on student list, the student details is visible to you. When you click on student course detail, this is visible to you. Now we want to, now what I want is, out of these all records, I want to see the records only based on the particular student ID. For example, if I write here 11 and click on search by ID, it should only show the 11, the student ID with 11 details of it. Similarly, when I write 22, it should only show details of the student having the ID 222. Let's see how to do it. So we go to the form design and edit more design properly here. So now we go to this and here we write search by ID. The first thing is, we'll add the same code here, and here we want that the student grid view should be remain as false, but this should be set as true, so that we can able to see that this student course details grid view. Now here we type the code. Now if you go to your form here, you can see here some binding sources are here. So for this data grid view, the student table, this grid view, we have the student course details binding source. We will use this binding source in our code. So I will write here student course detail binding source dot filter equals. Now here we have to very carefully write the code, equal within quotes student ID equal, then we write the single quote, then here we will write ampersand text box 1 dot text. Also the value is here a string. The values of text box are a string, so we have to convert into the integer. So we have this val function. So for the student ID we have set in our database as a integer. The data type of that particular field is integer. So I have converted this text box value into the integer by using this val function. And percent, then we write double quote and this. So that query is ready. Now we will see. So if you click here, you'll see the student details. When you click here, you will see the course details of the students. Now if I write here 11 and click on search, you will see only the student ID with 11. If I write 22, it will show only the student details having the ID 22. See it here. So likewise, we can write more queries based on our requirement. So in this lecture, we have learned how to write the queries and how to use that queries to display the data in the data grid view. Thank you. See you in next lecture.